Right, hopefully it's going to be louder than the game. So, May, let's go like 4 p.m. in May or something. Okay. This is a mod called Juice Goose, and costs like £15, but it allows you to see the game from like the ground level and check how accurate all the buildings are and stuff. I tried I tried a few other free cars and none of them like worked properly. They would kind of work for a bit until you stopped, and then they wouldn't have enough power to like get going again. Like it didn't have enough torque or something to be able to like move, so it would only like move on the runway where it was like flat and straight, you know. So this is the second Juice Goose. There's 3. I tried the other one before. This is the second one. And it's more powerful than the first one. You see, I'm up to like 60 miles per hour off-road already, which is crazy. 70. It's pretty good. The other one didn't have these little things on top, these little bouncy antennas. This is a really well-made mod, like really well-made. It has a little map thing on the dashboard, see there? That has a map on it, which shows you where you are, like on a sort of Google Earth kind of style display there. And there's some buttons on there, and if you like click on them, it shows you like, if I show you, hopefully it will let me. There, it's got like windshield, doors, roof, whips, fog lights, fog lamps, headlights, light bar, glow kit, all these like buttons and things. It's pretty cool. And it shows you like, look, suspension, powertrain, charging systems, warnings, all this stuff. Like, it's pretty cool. Like they didn't have to add any of that stuff, but they've like properly like simulated this vehicle. There's a tree in the middle of the road, and again, oh my god, this is fast. This old white van man is in my way. So coming down into Thornborough now, little village. A couple of my family members have lived there before. My aunt's boyfriend and my uncle's wife have lived in Thornborough before. Jesus, this thing takes off there. And it also, once it gets into a spin, it's really hard to control it. That's why it's kind of better if you have it in like first person mode. Yeah, none of these buildings are really accurate. You can see that from the map thing that we're in the village now. Look, you see it? We're in the village somewhere. But beyond that, oh, that's about as far out as you can go, and that's not very good. I think if you zoom in a bit, it looks more realistic. The FOV looks more realistic. I'm gonna try and figure out where we are. Jesus. Right, yeah, this is the main street through. So this here is the two brewers pub. old style pub, really cool, kind of cool. This back road actually takes you up to the main road. It's a back road, little side road that I've only been down here once on my bike actually, because the road it takes you up to is kind of like a main road where you can't bike down at the top of this big hill. So I wouldn't really go up here. Fucking hell, they 80 miles an hour. Here's the main road. This is the main road to Bletchley. So let's go back through there. The cool thing about this is it can go off-road. It can just go like wherever you want. It's just crazy. Normally there would be fences, like wooden fences and wire fences, and all kind of barriers in the way to stop you from doing that, but ditches and hedgerows and all sorts. You wouldn't be able to do that in real life, but in this game you can. Yeah, so we're back at Thornborough now, I think. Right, that's the two brewers again, I think. So, Jesus Christ. Where am I? I'm not sure where I am. Ah, here, right. There's a church here. So here is a little bit where the water goes through. There's a stream, and it has a big kind of like a pond bit, and then the water goes through this like little. There's a bridge there. There's a bridge across the right hand side, and then there's the water flows through here, so you have to go through the water. But this is this old church and old graveyard. I used to go here with my nan. We would come and like cut the grass, and the graveyard is round the back of here somewhere. It's probably not modelled properly. It's like round the back here somewhere. But see, these fields on the other side of Thornborough are not particularly accessible. It's one area that I've kind of been wanting to get into on the bike, but I haven't found a way yet. Basically, any of the fields like around Thornborough, kind of quite impassable for off-roading, unless you're walking, which is a different story. Could go to the Wadden motocross track. That'd be funny. Oh, I'll try and find where the main road is again in the pub. If I look on my little thing, it's got like red lines that show you where you've been. That's very helpful as well. See, there's the red lines on the map that kind of show me where I've been before. That's really cool. Jesus, 70 miles per hour through a village. This is a fairly straight road. Some nice allotments on the left-hand side, and then there's some sort of horsey places on the right-hand side. It doesn't look like this. This is quite off. The trees aren't quite right. And another thing this game doesn't get right is the hedgerows. Like there's hedgerows kind of everywhere in England. Like you see this shadow here, that's probably a hedgerow. But yeah, you have some farms along here. That's probably a farmhouse. There's a lot of farms along here. One time, like, I was going along here about a year ago, and this woman had like an expensive car or something, and she couldn't go any faster than I could. I was on the way back from Milton Keynes, I think. It's probably when I did that off-road trip that ended up at Milton Keynes. I went all across the fields. It was a weird trip, but yeah, she was like, we were like stuck behind some kind of like truck or something. But she couldn't go any faster than I could on the bike. But yeah, this terrain scenery is very accurate. That's almost exactly how it looks. It's just missing like the hedgerows and the signs and the small details. So there's a crossroads here. It always feels a bit dangerous. The left-hand side goes to another village once you go down that hill. I think it's Beachampton or Thornton. This road here is it's quite narrow and wooded. Either side is quite dark. It feels quite sketchy. It's either here or it's further on. I think there's two actually as you approach Nash, but that's one of them. It's kind of got like tight blind corners. Yeah, it's quite a nice road along here. So here we're kind of heading towards Milton Keynes. We're heading away from my town, heading towards the city of Milton Keynes basically. And that's I think it might have been last year I went along the edge. I went across the fields from some villages quite far away, and then I went across the edge of Milton Keynes, which is close to my town, and got really like upset actually because of how many houses they were building there, like thousands and thousands and thousands, mostly along that edge that faces towards my town. But oh yeah, we're in Nash, I think. We're in Nash. Okay. Yeah, so basically in Nash there's a pond. There's a really nice house on the right hand side. It's like an old cottage. And then on the left hand side here somewhere is like a pond. I don't think it's modeled properly. This might be the cottage here. Yeah, it is. This is the cottage. And then on here is the pond, right? And then you go down this back lane. So there's a nice like duck pond here. Some kind of country houses, villagey houses, old fashioned. And then there's like somewhere along here there's like a footpath. Takes you out into the fields somewhere. I might have trouble finding it, but when you go past there, you can get to the Wooden MX track. If I keep going this way, I should be able to find it. Wooden motocross track, and I've been down here before on my bike, and I've snuck into this motocross track places. I think it's through here. I think this might be it here. Yeah, this looks like it. I'm not sure though. Yeah, so you got like, I think this is it, yeah. It should have jumps and stuff. And then there's a big forest, there's a big woods over here, which I find quite interesting. Yeah, it feels like this motocross track isn't like modeled properly. There are like big dirt jumps and stuff. This woods here, I've always found it really interesting. There's a huge woods here. So see on the map, look on the map. That's the motocross track, and then there's this huge woods. I've never been into those woods, but I wonder what's in there. It might be where they have the paintball thing, but I'm not sure. So yeah, this is a motocross track here, and the turns don't feel as tight as this when you're actually there. And there are huge like dirt jumps. But if you go to the entrance of the motocross track, you can kind of sneak through to here's more of the motocross track. If you find the farmhouse at the entrance, you can sneak through there's some bridleways and footpaths, and there's a like church bit. You can get up to this church bit off-road from here. It's near where the road is, which is here, so it would be like along here somewhere. Might be here, somewhere around here, or over here. Might be here. This looks more like it. Yeah, then you kind of go up to this church bit up here. It looks like an RC car, but it's not. So yeah, there's a church up here, and then you can get back to the village from this little lane that goes to this church. If I can find the little lane, I think it's up there. Here's the lane, and then there's a gate here, which I remember being tricky to get through. And then this takes you out. There's a big steep hill here. A big steep hill. And then this goes, there's a long straight hill. Goes down here. I'll be able to get up some speed here. It's a very long straight road. Very long straight road. 106 miles per hour. Oh my god. Oh dear. 106 miles per hour seems to be about my limit in this vehicle. 106, I think that's the limit. 107. So 107 there. You can go all the way across those fields up to that sort of woodsy bit on the top, and then it connects through a little stony track to a village. I've been through there quite a few times. This area is this will be about 6 miles, 7 miles from my house, something like that. Although you can't go here directly, there's a bit of a diversion to get here. Yeah, this is getting close to where they built like all those houses. This is getting close to there. Close to the edge of Milton Keynes here. That's where Milton Keynes over to the right there. Oh, steep corner there. There's some kind of like water pumping station here or something. Now, last winter I was just unhappy when I came through here because I just saw how much rubbish there was thrown about. These little villages here along this country road though, really, really nice buildings and just unique kind of layout and look to it. This curving downhill road with these very old, interesting buildings dotted alongside it in little clusters. And you got like great views over to the left hand side there, over the fields and stuff. And then this section of the road is kind of up and down, bumpy, slightly curvy, kind of like undulating up and down. And then down here is a steep drop. There's Milton Keynes on the right hand side there. That's the nearest city to me. And it's the first city in the UK to be based on American layout. Okay, again in the little village. This place here is really nice. Like, I showed it. I showed like a Google Earth VR recording of this road years ago. What's that house like right in the middle of the road? You see that? The other thing is like the trees are not accurate. Like all the trees are kind of looking the same, kind of almost the same color anyway. There's no flowers. There's no like ones with white leaves or anything. Okay, this is Old Stratford here. Try and drive through Old Stratford. It's probably gonna look rubbish. It's probably gonna look nothing like it's supposed to. It's not too bad. Oh shit, oopsie. I crashed into someone's house. This steering is quite bouncy on this thing. Yep, so there's a road that goes down there. I went through here recently. And it goes, oh god, can't see. Yep, it goes past the big building here, that's true. But then that's not meant to be blocked like that. Yeah, this isn't right. So if you see on the map there, this is like where we are. In the middle of a big town bit, villagey bit. Yeah, but this is the roundabout. So this is the entrance to the high street, I think, around here somewhere. Yeah, this is the main street. This is the most interesting part, is this long straight road here. There's all shops like either side of it, and a big church. You can see all the cars parked down here. Yeah, it's not modelled properly at all. Some really old buildings here as well. And then here you go past the park on the left, and there's the bridges here. Oh, the bridge actually works this time. Yeah, there is the River Ouse there. That's the same river that flows through my town. So if you kept going in that direction back there, you'd go to Milton Keynes, which is a city. And basically, to get here, I usually go this way, down this side road, which takes me out to the countryside. I wonder if I can go along the little like footpath. Probably a little footpath where I'd usually ride. It's like off to the side of this somewhere. Off the side of here, look. It's alongside here, like in here. The trees are in the way. There's meant to be a path here. Runs alongside this road, yeah. And then there's a bridge. There's a bridge that goes up here, right? You go up this path here, there's a bridge. It's probably not modelled. There's a long footbridge. Goes over this roundabout. No, I don't know if I'm going the right way. Take a right off here. This should take me into Dean's Hangar. Yeah, this is Dean's Hangar. That's like the lay-by. So there's a school on the left here, and then there's a school a bit. This is like a secondary school here. And then further on, just a little bit further on, there's like a primary school or something, or a middle school. And then there's a pub, like there's a shop here. Here is like a shop where a lot of people go to. Small shop. And then here is a pub called like the Bee Hive or something, or the Bee something. And then these are all like cottagey kind of houses, and then there's a school here for younger children. But you'll see a lot of young people here, teenagers and stuff. But it's actually a very middle class village. It's very posh middle class. So you got the Conservative Association here, the church is here, and some nice like rural properties on the left, and they've got nice gardens. Now this is a country road, as hedgerows on the left hand side, probably on both sides. This is where I saw a little mole got run over here. He come out of the ground and his back feet had got run over. And that was this summer I saw that. And this woman that I spoke to said like moles never come out of the ground unless they're ill. Some kind of like radio tower back there in that compound. But all these radio towers are not supposed to be there. These like pylons are not supposed to be there. Now we're heading into Wicken, village of Wicken here. Tiny, tiny village. Quite good. Now I'll take the back road. Good views over the fields here. You can go down. I'll show you an off-road route. You go through here. There's a gate. You can go down this concrete track here. This is a concrete track. You can go down here. Oh. I've lost control of my car. That's a hedgerow there. You see that dark shadow? It's supposed to be a hedgerow. Yeah, I got a puncture here last autumn, I think it was. I had to repair it just down this bit here. Probably gonna lose my way here. Although I know this area pretty well. Let's try and get out this way. So yeah, this is somewhere where I bike around quite often. That's Wicken Woods up there, which semi-accessible. There's a lot of it you're not supposed to go in, but I have been in there once. There's definitely bits I haven't been to. I'm not sure exactly where I am now. There is a wooded part. Where am I? Oh, okay. we'll go this way. Go follow this road down to the next village, which is Leckhampstead, I think it's called. You got Leckhampstead this way, and then Lillingston Lovell the other way. So great view across the fields here. There's a little place you can stop for a rest. Now we're kind of looking towards my town. It's over that hill there. There is a big farmhouse on the right here, and there's a steep hill with a 90-degree bend right at the bottom of this road here. There's not much along here apart from that. It's a steep hill. Now these hills here kind of remind me of like Lord of the Rings or something, like, you know, the Hobbit town. But it's a little village called Leckhampstead. Now now this bit down here I never go down because it's kind of like private, but there's a little bridge over the River Leck. I'm not sure if this bridge is modelled correctly, but the River Leck runs through there. Doesn't look like we'll be going through there in the simulator either. Oh dear. Oh my god, what just happened? Okay. Right, so apparently this is what's through here. There's a little road, some houses. I think we can get across the fields out the back here and get out the back across these fields. Yeah. It's quite a steep hill here. Okay, right, yeah. Now we've rejoined the road. These sort of horse paddock fields here. Nice views across those fields. It's a very narrow country road. This is a sort of steep wooded hill with a turn at the bottom. And you got a junction on the right hand side. And there should be hedgerows either side here. The road should be a bit wider. But here's another little spot I enjoy because you have a view over the fields here. You can probably see like how far I can see out over those fields from here. You get what I mean? Looking kind of towards Bletchley, Padbury way. That road goes to Akeley. There should be hedges here. I went into this field this summer actually. I'd not been in there before, but some kind of structure up the top of the middle bit here. Here where this is. It's kind of some kind of structure here, but I went to the edge of this field, climbed over the fence, sat in this little bit. I noticed there was a big power line though, so I didn't want to be too close to it, but a big power line there, see. But I sat here and I did my tarot cards or something, can't remember. I think probably tarot cards. And yeah, completely alone. Quite a trip. It was quite a trip across this field from the road. It was very bumpy. The path was very bumpy. So that's Akeley up that way. There should be hedgerows You can't just go directly into this. And now this is the curving. Now up on this bit here, see the views across there. Look. Now up here, around here somewhere, is where I saw my where I saw those two stars, like coming from that direction, right? The two stars coming. I was looking that direction. The two stars, which I didn't recognize, were coming towards me from there. And then I looked over this way and I saw the old man that looked like the Native American. After the two stars like suddenly disappeared, I saw the Native American in the clouds, and then I looked over there, over that way, and I saw the witch in the clouds. And that was about 2 months ago, or no, less than that, about 6 weeks ago, I think. Yeah, it's pretty cool. That was at night. Now we're heading back on the road to my town. Oh. Yeah, this is the town's reservoir. It's enormous. It's like a big reservoir for our area. There's no house there. There's no house at the bottom there. This is actually quite a steep dip. There's along this road. There's quite steep dips, and it's a narrow road as well. So cars can kind of come at you, and you can't see them coming because there's these steep dips. And then on the left-hand side here is another junction. So this is actually where, when I was a teenager, my friend encouraged me to come out with him, and he knew these boys that had like air rifles, and they'd got permission to like shoot rabbits in that field there. So I kind of went with them, and that's my only real experience of hunting, I would say. Although I didn't shoot, I don't think I shot the gun. They didn't trust me with the gun. They were messing around though. They like shot a fence, like a metal fence that was like near me. Like the bullet went quite close to me. They were just messing about, like chavvy kids, you know. But yeah, go up here. There's an old, there's a really old house there. It's probably not modelled right. So that commie block there, that commie block is actually a big country house. It's very posh. You know, you can see it. You can see it fairly close from here, but you can't really go it. You can't go in there. You know, it's like security, whatever, security cameras, gates, and stuff. But it's an interesting house. I don't know anything about it. But then just along here, there's another building, which is kind of like an old church, chapel kind of thing. This thing here just looks like a bungalow, but it's actually kind of like a really old like chapel kind of building, and it's really interesting. And I think someone lives there. But here, there's a cattle grid. That was a cattle grid. I like to come here as well. There's a spot here by this tree, and normally like people don't come. Normally people don't like. Not many people drive up this road because it's just like a farm track. But you can see out across the fields and stuff from here. Look, you see, pretty cool. And then if you drive down here, it takes you to the main road, and the main road leads back into my town. On the right hand side, it's about half a mile to a mile in that direction. So this is the main road from Buckingham to Milton Keynes. Along this, it's like an A road. There's a lot of traffic at all times of day and night. I have had to cross it occasionally, like go along it for short distances on the e-bike to get from one junction to another. Um, like when me and my cousin went, on that like crazy journey along that overgrown footpath, that's like to the left there, and there's a lake called big lake called Hyde Lane Lake there, and we were basically behind that, and then where we came out was close to town, and we came out onto this road basically after going up this little lane past where the water treatment plant is and this old farmhouse. It's like a place I hadn't been for a long time until we did that. It's around here somewhere, I think. But yeah, this is okay, we're in my town now. This is the roundabout. That's Page Hill up there where I used to live when I was younger. And then this road here goes towards the area of town where I live now. And then on the left-hand side there is a bridleway where I ride quite often. And on the right here is Bourton Meadow School, and then Bourton Meadow Park here. This is Bourton Meadow Park, which is like just down the hill from my house, but it's not modeled properly. There shouldn't be a enormous water feature here. Yeah, it's crazy.